Hi, I'm Eva from Carbon Market Watch.
Carbon Market Watch, okay. And you were here participating in this this exciting action on hot air AAUs. Can you tell us a little bit about the connections and carbon markets, how they fit in?
Yes, I'd be happy to. I mean, you say it, AAUs, hot air. We're like, what is this all about, right? It's not because we're in Doha and it's so hot. It is actually because we're talking about the Kyoto Protocol, which is based on emission reductions, and we want countries to reduce emissions. And it all started a couple of years, well, 15 years ago, a long time, where countries were given permits to pollute, and every year less, with the goal to reduce emissions, actually. But there were some, for a number of reasons, too many permits were issued that now we don't need anymore to actually achieve our targets, which results in this hot air. We call it hot air because, well, it's just there. It's like pollution permits that countries hold, but they don't need to achieve their targets. So if they use them or sell them, they get money for it, but they don't actually reduce any emissions.
Okay, and you guys are pushing to give up these credits, this hot air, going forward. How will that affect the economy in Europe? How will that affect the bigger picture goals that Europe has, sort of broadly speaking?
Broadly speaking, well, it's a very technical issue, but actually you can imagine it like this. You have 13 gigatons of CO2 that countries now want to carry over to the second commitment period of the Kyoto Protocol, because now the first one is finishing at the end of 2012. If we carry over this 13 gigatons to this next commitment periods and we count them towards the targets that will be potentially have to achieve by 2020, then it means nothing. It means that actually with 13 gigatons that until 2026 we'll not do anything about the climate. That means real action. We'll just have some accounting tricks on a paper that looks like emission reductions, but it's not really doing anything for the climate. And in the bigger picture, what this means for carbon markets is we have to look at them in the sense that do they really do the trick? Do they really help mitigate, or is it just like a financial mechanism that transfers carbon credit from one account to the other, leaving money in some people's pockets? What does it do for the climate? The same problem also happens in the European Union at the moment. We have an emissions trading scheme. Companies got pollution permits to reduce emissions, but they got too many. So also in the EU we are facing a surplus, an excess of those allowances that are floating in the market. And they're traded, although they're not needed to achieve the targets that people set. So there's a problem. We are oversupplied. The market is flooded.
And do you think that getting rid of this hot air could help?
Yes, it could, because if we want to do anything at all, we need to get rid of it. And we need to do something about it, because we all know the planet is getting warmer every day, and islands are getting flooded, people are dying. It is very irresponsible just ignoring that we have 13 gigatons of carbon to carry over and not do anything about it.
Okay, thanks a lot.